How's it going, guys? Win Online Poker here. Sorry it's been absolutely ages since I've made a video, but I've not been in the right place to be making videos lately. Just been running horrible, I've been around really either. I've been on holiday, went to Cuba for a bit, and now we're back. And well, just lately we've been running pretty horrible, but we've been putting our money in good and finding ourselves in situations where I'm just very lost by what's been happening to me lately. I mean, just for example, look at this hand. Why is the replayer so slow? Really slow. But basically, there was a few limps, and I just wanted to pick up the dead money. It's not a play I'd recommend you guys to do, but I was like, well, I just want to pick up 3 money and just pushed all in, and for some unknown reason I got called by a6, and he then hit a flush on me, which is sort of the way things have been going lately, which is why I've not been really making any videos, because there's no point in me making a video and you guys just listening to me moan and groan, but that's how poker goes sometimes. And you just got to get over it. So I'm playing in an $11 2000 guaranteed on 888. I'm in rank 22 and there's 60 people remaining, and I'm hoping to do well in this and hopefully no crap will happen to me and we'll manage to win a substantial bit of money for a change. Just been under a lot of stress lately because I haven't got a job this summer, and as you know, or may not know, I'm a student, so kind of need to make a bit of money in summer. So yeah, we're hoping we're gonna get it going with 888, but at the moment it's not going too well. We're also playing in another tournament on William Hill at the moment. Just drag that across. And we're sort of just waiting for a hand. It was quite interesting what happened at this tournament. I mean, I picked up kings and a player raised, I then re-raised, they jammed all in, I called them with kings and they had queens. And then quite a lot of hands later I then picked up queens and the player raised and I re-raised, and then they jammed all in and I couldn't find the fold, and I called, and sure as sure they had the aces and I blew away all the chips. So I might be coming across something new here, that whenever you face a 4-bet, you should just possibly fold the queens. And speak of the devil, the queens, here they are. How typical. Let's see how this goes down. I mean, we're quite short stacked. There's 7M. We pretty much are trying to get our chips across the line here. So there you go. Somebody's jammed. We're going to jam all in. Hopefully they've just got an ace and we have to fade the ace. Hopefully it's like ace jack over there. I mean, if they got better than us, then that's just really unlucky. But yeah, as I was saying, and I just couldn't find the fold, so it's made me kind of start to think that maybe you're supposed to just fold queens to any kind of 4-bet. And then it happened again on another tournament, I think, whilst I was playing on 888, and I just couldn't find the fold again. So we just got dodge a king, and hopefully we'll be golden here. The percentages are here, 16%. But lately this is what's been happening, and then the king just hits the river and it's just been crushing for me. And there you go. Would you look at that? Freaking 4 jacks, king is higher than the queen, so he wins. This is the sort of thing I'm talking about. I mean, it's like I'm in a worst nightmare of my life, and it just continuously keeps happening to me over and over again. I mean, even this guy on the table's just said it, joke of the year. Don't even get me started on the luck I've had. But yeah, I mean, I've just been trying to put it behind me, but it just doesn't seem to be able to do that at the moment. I mean, I can usually take a hell of a lot of bad beats, but running out quads and him having the higher kicker is just, I don't know. It's just fucking annoying. Excuse the language. But yeah. Just like a bit of thanks out for all your support, guys, but I'm afraid that at the moment I'm not in the right place to be giving advice, because these bad things keep happening to me, and I wouldn't want you to get the bad idea about poker. It's, you know, it can be stressful at times, but I've also got to be thankful for the money it's made me. I mean, it's not like I've lost money playing online. Overall, I am up, so I can't really complain. I've had my good runs, and at the moment I just think I'm on a bad run at the moment, so it just happens. I mean, here we go again, and once again 10s against a7, and he finds the ace. And luckily we hit a 10, so that's, will he hit the spade though? No, he won't. So we're back into it. We're back into it. Let's have a positive frame of mind. We are back into it. Okay, we just make it 2x here with king queen. I don't really like playing this hand this early in position, but I think the table has been playing fairly tight. So hopefully we just pick up the blinds here. It's going to be tough if he shoves all in on us. I really hope he doesn't. That's good, that's all I wanted. I didn't want to really see any action there. I mean, we would have had position if he called us and we would just c-bet and hopefully took it down, but I don't really want to be getting any action there. So 18th out of the remaining 53, going strong. Hopefully we can dodge any more rubbish happening to us. And on William Hill, I've never really done that well in tournaments per se. Like, I think I'm actually down on William Hill quite a substantial amount of money. Just never really able to get it going. I think that the right style is just playing fairly tight and just exploiting the bad players, but every time I seem to push my chips in, the chips seem to go the other way despite being me miles ahead of what they have, which is a little bit of a shame. I think we have to call here with our sixes. We're going to be out of position, probably just going to call to fold the flop, but gotta have a look. I mean, I don't think donk betting out would be a good idea. By donk betting I mean just betting into the initial raiser. Can usually work. Let's give it a try. Does sometimes work. Oh, there you go. It's a very good result for us. So he probably had like ace. I don't know what he had there. I mean, the board hits quite a lot of people's ranges there. I mean, I think ace king would probably call one off. Could have had a pair and just gave up pretty quick with it. Oh, looks like we have managed to get quite a few chips going now. He must have been short stacked when we raised pre-flop and he's just called us and we've managed to win with ace queen against the king queen. Nice. Yeah, I got a request from one of you to make more longer videos where I just talk stuff through, so this is me doing that. Hopefully you're enjoying it and I'm not being too depressing. I've got a cold at the moment, so I'm not very well, but it's, you know, can't resist playing a bit of poker, so here we are. Come on, hoping for a run good for a change. I see no reason why I can't take this whole tournament down. I mean, the players seem to love putting in their money behind, so all it takes is me to have a, you know, not necessarily even a run good, just a put it in good, hand holds up sort of tournament. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. See where we are in the William Hill. We're 114th, so we're not that far off being in the money. Where are we? I just won a big pot apparently. Yeah, little way to go yet, but we've got a 10M stack, which is quite 11M stack. It's kind of a stack where it's a little bit awkward. I'm not going for a steal here because this guy's got quite a short stack. Tillerman 555. You don't want to go for a steal here because he's just going to rejam. This guy's claiming that when you win on William Hill, it suddenly starts to hate on you. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can run as bad as me, pal. You can keep trying, but yeah. We should have a competition maybe. Maybe you should post responses to this video of the worst beats you've ever had. I find that quite interesting to have a look, and whether you agree that, I find it quite interesting that sometimes you go on a terrible run, like you're losing continuously, and then suddenly you're then on fire and then you're hitting everything. I find that I go through like peaks and like downswings of luck and ridiculously bad luck. I just seem to go through swings of it rather than just, you know, here and there. So I'm going to go for a steal here, I think. Rather than just being here or there with luck, it seems to just, you're really lucky for about a week and then you're unlucky for so long, and then it seems to just go like that for me. And That was a nice steal. We picked that one up. I think I'm going to go for one here as well. I mean, Queen Jack's fairly alive. Hopefully this guy won't jam all in. That would really suck. It's just one a pot, so I'm hoping he'll get out of the way and be happy with his life. Oh dear. I think we have to reshove here with 10s. This guy's fairly old. Oh, we've got a fault there. It's a shame because I was worried about him doing that when he was on his big blind, but not too sure what to do with these 10s. I think these guys are quite short stacked, so they're going to be shoving a wide range. I mean, we're hoping that our 10's higher than theirs. I'm hoping that they've got like the same hand, for example, like, yeah, so we put it in good, but it's unlikely we can hold here. Maybe we can. Yes, we can, and a very big pot for us, and that could secure. I was getting very far in this tournament. Yeah, it was a good all in because he only had the ace he could hit, and he had the king jack, so it's very good all in there. And now I have a break, so I'll pause this whilst I do all our lovely break activities. And I'm back. So basically, I've started playing on 888 poker because I feel the players on there are a great deal weaker than players on, for example, PokerStars. I mean, PokerStars is a brilliant site, don't get me wrong, and the guarantees that they put up are just absolutely stupendous. I mean, I bought in for $11 here, and the prize pool was only 2,000. And on PokerStars, I could have been playing for, you know, first place could have been $15,000. But the thing is, the players, there's so many more people in that field. Like, there's just, you'd be playing amongst, I don't know, 12,000 players, and you have to play through all of them. And now, I'm not saying that that's not impossible, which of course it's not impossible, but you need to run ridiculously good. And I don't just mean that, oh, you need to get lucky. You need to, every single time you go all in, you've got ace king against the ace queen, you know, a third of the time, or 30% of the time around there, you're gonna lose that, and you need to win pretty much every single one of them. And the biggest tournament I've probably ever won probably had about, I don't even know, 9,000 players in it, and you know, I did run ridiculously well, but it's not going to continuously happen. Whereas in these smaller tournaments, you know, there's only 247 people, and you don't need to win every single all-in. Like, for example, I've lost an all-in on here already, where I went in with the ace-king, and I think again we have to rejam here, because he's just right under the gun, he's pushing anything that he thinks is remotely good, and hopefully no one will wake up behind us. We're shoving to isolate, but if anyone wakes up behind us, then we could be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, so it's just a lot easier to try and get through the final tables and stuff like that. So here we go, we've got a huge advantage here. He really has to hit hard to beat us here. He has to find an 8 of jack on the river or a 9, and that's not. So here we go again, nice lovely pot there. So yeah, it's just, I find it easier, and you do get a really nice welcome bonus. I think you get, if you've never played on the site, £10 for free, which is, you know, quite a huge amount of money for someone who, for some of you guys that have never really played for real money before. I really have to recommend just getting in there, getting your free money and having a go, or just play for play money first if you don't feel confident. And yeah, just start building that money up. So we're now 5th of the remaining 41, and I'm feeling very confident in this tournament. It's going to take something special to try and slow me down here. I mean, I think that we're slowly going to see. I've got my hold the manager on. We're going to see which of these players are strong and which one of them are weak by just having a look at their stats here. This guy here has got, well, we don't have a lot of hands at the moment, so as the tournament progresses, I'll point out which players I think are stronger and which ones I think are weaker. I mean, there are of course on 888 solid players that, you know, they're just as good as I am, if not better than I am, and it's just, you know, you just try and avoid them. I think I heard something in another video the other day that, you know, you don't have to play against the good players, you can avoid them. I mean, it's mostly oriented around cash games, you focus on the weaker players. It's the same thing in tournaments. If you see a strong player make a raise off the button, you don't have to re-raise him because you know what he's doing. Why not just wait for a better spot and just pick out on the weaker players, for example the ones that like to limp under the gun and stuff like that, just punish them. Yeah, going back to like why I like 888 seems better, it's just, I'm just going to show you a graph here. This is me just playing in sit and goes on 888, and hang on a second. It's just, it's just so much better than PokerStars. Like, I think might be losing in sit and goes on PokerStars lately, but I've only played 18 here on 888, so you couldn't say it's a huge amount, but I've played 18. If you just look at the green, every green is me cashing in a sit and go, and these are 6-mans, and I literally cannot tell you how easy it is. It's just, you just sort of sit down, you join the table, and they just give you their money. It's quite astounding how terrible the players are. I'm trying to find you an example of a hand, but they just sort of, if you know what I mean, they just sort of just give you their money. You're just sort of like, yeah, okay, I've got aces, I'll raise, and suddenly they'll go all in, you'll call them and they'll have like nothing, they'll have like 5-10, and you're sat there like stunned that how they could do it, how they could be that crazy. I think we've got a very awkward stack here. I'm not really happy about this, but I think we have to play it. This is one of the most awkward stacks to have. It's 10M, so 10,000 divided by like the 1,000 that was out there or something like that. It's just, we get to this flop and now we're nearly committed to this hand, and it's just not a nice situation to be in. I think it's unlikely that this guy's hit this board, but I don't think we can check down. We need to protect our ace high. So I think I'm going to bet, and hopefully he'll just fold. He did check very quickly over to us. There we go. That's very good for us, because we'd have been in trouble there if he had re-raised us. Well, to be honest, if I was him, I probably would have. I mean, you got to look at that board and think, what does an undergun raiser have on a 287 board? So that's a sort of an indication that player's not that strong. I've got a tilt going on in this chat box. Quite an interesting read down there. Fucking Ajax, this site turns into a Muppet show at weekends. Yeah, interesting. It's got quite a lot of big stacks starting to build up in this on my table, which I'm not too happy about. What is the average stack? I mean, the average is only 19,000 yet. This table has 1, 2, 3, 4 players that are well above that. Or 5 actually, he's over there above it. And that's just rare. I think this table's likely to break soon and we'll get put on a nicer table. I'm not enjoying this table because that guy a minute ago when he jammed his small stack and we re-jammed, it was quite horrible to think that someone could have woken up behind us with a better hand. We're going for a steal here. This guy here is playing very tight. He's played 17 hands I've seen him play. He's only played 6%. That's a very tight hand range. It looks like we're playing crazy. I mean, purple on my indicator usually means you're a nutcase, but we've actually just picked up quite a few nice hands for a change, which is why it looks like we've been playing nuts. We want to try and exploit our rather large stack and slowly build it into something nicer, into something bigger, sorry, not nicer. And best way to do that is by taking the blinds and antes for as cheaply as possible, which is why I've only done 2x here. Hopefully the button will fold and we'll have position on these two if they decide to play us. Queens here on the William Hill tournament. Raise from free. Is that the guy that's been tilting? I think, yeah, he's been steaming around quite a bit, that guy has. So I might be able to get a call out of him. A lot of bad history with this hand. I might just go all in, I think. I'm just going to go all in. And he's only got ace jack. Only have to avoid an ace, Liam. Please avoid an ace. One time just avoid an ace. How hard is it to avoid an ace? How hard is it really? Thank you, Lord. Okay, and the really tight guy's gone and jammed on us here. It's quite a good play from him. We can't call him. He's giving it too much of our stack. The odds are terrible as well. Just let it go. I think that guy sent nice hand to me. I'll say thank you. And also thank you for the stupid call. I mean, this is just, again, like, that is just a terrible call. Like, you should never call there. If someone jams on you and you've got ace jack, it's time to throw it away. I mean, ask yourself, if you're thinking, oh, what you want about, you've got to call there an ace jack. Think about it. Like, what are you ever ahead of? You know, the penny drops there when I ask you that question, doesn't it? Like, there is like nothing you're ahead of. I mean, at best you're flipping. At best they have a pair, you have two overs. I mean, is that how you want to play the game? Is that like, you know, oh yeah, I'm gonna flip, woo! Like, no, it shouldn't be like that at all. You should be thinking, am I ahead of this guy? Am I not ahead of this guy? Am I flipping with him? And when the best scenario is a flip, when every single time you work out in your head that you think the best scenario is a 50-50, fold. Unless, of course, you have to take that 50-50. You know, if your stack's so low that you think it's quite likely it's a 50-50 and you have to take it. For example, if you've got barely any chips, then fine, yeah, push your ace jack all in. But that was definitely not a situation where that guy should have been calling there. He should have snap folded that hand. I mean, he's just been moaning about ace jack, and then he goes and does exactly that. It's just silly. I think it might have been another player, I'm not sure, but it's just, yeah, I just don't understand people that moan like that and then go and do exactly what they're moaning about. I mean, here we've picked up a nice hand again, and it's probably just a button steal. So I think we're just going to, yeah, I might just do that again to him actually. It seems to get a lot of calls when you jam all in with a really strong hand, and they seem to call you a lot worse, so why not? I think we're going to fold here. Probably a steal. Probably could justify calling there, but what's the point in risking it? And I think jamming, like, he will now be suspicious of what that meant. Like, he knows that I know that he was stealing, so that's why you could get a call there. I think betting smaller can sometimes look stronger. Like, if I'd have only made that 3k, I'd have also been out of position. That's the main reason for the jam, that I didn't want to be out of position when if he had called me, because ace king's a hand that if it doesn't flop, you're like, oh god, what do I do? And sometimes I just like to avoid that. You know, I don't claim to be, free roll opened up, lovely, nothing like free money. And you know, it's just, you got to think, I'm not the best player in the world. Am I going to be able to play against this guy out of position? Because out of position isn't fun. And here we go again. I mean, small blind versus big blind. He's coming over the top of me here, and many of my options here are pretty thin. I mean, I can just check here because I've got some cards in here. You know, I can come back over the top of him and go all in, or I can call him and be out of position and try and play against him. He's got a much bigger stack than me, and I think it's just best to get out of the way there. Yeah, I think I might do videos more often. I seem to pick up some nice hands when I'm doing a video, and this guy's got nothing. So we're just going to take this away from this guy. I don't think he has anything. I don't think you check. You don't check the jack again. You probably don't check. You might check your 9 again, but I don't think you did. Ace queen here. This guy's quite short stacked. Yeah, we took it down. I think we're ahead of this guy. It's unfortunate my HUD hasn't updated, so I don't actually know anything about him. But I think he's fairly short stacked, so I think he's jamming quite wide there. There we go. He needs to hit, and he's freaking flopped a bloody straight, which is just a load of bullshit. But oh well, you do. I know he hasn't. What am I talking about? No, the river he made it. Yeah, that's about right. A lot of hands going on here. Oh Jesus. Uh-oh, too many hands, Liam. Got in too many tables. Oh dear. Oh dear, I think it's all come crashing down on this 888 tournament. 2 fatal blows and I think we're going to be out of the tournament. Would you believe it? Oh dear. Why didn't I rejam this guy? Oh dear, dear, dear. Oh, against queens, nearly making life hit here. And I think we're probably out now. Yep. Just like that, out of the tournament. Would you believe it? I don't know what this guy's up to now. Very lost by these hands. Dear, dear, dear. So what are you betting up? Why are you betting up at me? If he's got ace king, that's sick. Well played to him if he hasn't got it. Yeah, pocket nines, very nice. Can't beat that. I go back and actually look like how I just got crushed out of that tournament out of nowhere. It's quite sickening, really. It's just, it's the reason I'm not making videos, because I just get so annoyed lately by it. But what can you do? Hand after hand. What's going on here? Why hasn't it got the I'm officially confused. Yeah, I think I confused the board what he had. He actually hadn't made the straight. He actually needed to hit a queen de Beers, and then he went and called that as well and knocked us out, which is absolutely sickening. From being in almost rank 1 to out in 36 is just ridiculous. And that is the sort of thing that just has been happening to me over and over again. No matter what I do, that's just what seems to keep happening to me lately. So now we're still in the William Hill, which has got a very nice first place of 1,188. So can't really complain if we lose that tournament and win this one. Maybe. Here's hoping. Go back and look at what I did wrong in that. And if the replayer would work. Apparently the replayer doesn't want to work. That's great. So let's have a look. Where was the? That's the dealer. So this must be small blind, big blind. And so they pushed all in with ace jack. They called it. We called it. We didn't hit, but we called his bet on the flop, and then he jammed the turn and we folded. So yeah, pretty standard stuff really. Oh dear, I think this guy Jazz has been in first place and stayed in first place the whole tournament really. He isn't messing around. Seems to know how to dodge BS. Wish I knew how to do that. We're in a paid position at the moment. It's 188 people, 90 people get paid. There's still a lot of play left in this tournament. Or a lot of people are clinging on in there. Yeah, it's quite a lot of short stacks. It will soon be eaten up by these blinds. This is the free roll I'm also in at the moment, which I've got off to the side because it's not an interesting watch really, a free roll. People just go completely crazy in there. And there's no point in really showing you me going crazy and other people going crazy as well. Oh, it just keeps popping up on the screen, it's been annoying. Yeah, I was just a little bit upset about losing that tournament. That's a bit of a shame. Once again, thought I was going to win a load of money, and we got knocked out again. My entry, 6 max. Hopefully all the news will join now I've joined. But yeah, I've started to enter free rolls now because I just started to think, what's the point in not entering them? I mean, it's free money after all. Why not get in there and try and win some free money? This is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, why does that keep happening to me? If you're wondering, the money went in on the flop. Oh dear. I get the feeling that I'm gonna run like Jesus in a minefield soon, by the way that I've been running lately. Usually always happens with me like this. Run like absolutely awful, and then out of nowhere I'll then get a lovely crazy amount of luck. Problem is, usually to get lucky you have to be putting in your money bad, which is not what I tend to do very often, so yeah. It's like that what they say about beginner's luck, like it's beginner's luck for a reason, because when you're a beginner you're putting your money in as a not a favourite, so that's why you get lucky. Yeah, the worst thing you can do is get really annoyed by what's happening to you and then start playing terribly, which is what I think's been happening to me lately, which is why I've not been making any videos, because what's the point in you watching me tilt? What is the point? This is a good stage of the tournament now to really start taking blinds and getting involved, but I'm not too keen on it, to be honest. These people seem to be jamming quite a lot, and here we go again. Another big jam. But I'd really like to finish first in this tournament. Just get to the final table. Pocket threes. They're always a fun hand. Initial, what I want to happen in this hand is I raise and they all fold. But meanwhile, I think Battle Cat has a pocket pair. Usually a limp usually means, oh, I don't know what to do with this hand, I'll just limp with it. So I'd imagine he has a pocket pair. So the question is, do we want to try and outplay? I think we're going to try and raise him. Him call as the board will put nice high cards out there and then we'll take it away from him. That is my objective in this hand. Don't want to get re-jammed by these stacks. That would be a nightmare. Well, hopefully they all fold. That'd be really good for us. Don't think that's going to happen. And it looks like I've completely misread this hand. Because when you limp and then jam, there's only one or two cards that you have, and that's aces or kings. I think he has aces. That was a complete misread from me. Because there is no reason you would ever limp and then go all in over the top of a raise. So this is why it's kind of dangerous our stack size to try and be stealing at the moment, but I think we have to. I mean, lately I've just not been getting to final tables, not been going deep in tournaments, keep getting knocked out in them, and I think it's down to just not going for these pots. I mean, we look like we're crazy now because people always think you're nuts if you raise two hands in a row. And we completely missed this board. There we go, my 6 max is loaded up. So since I joined, everyone thought, yeah, let's get on that action. Hopefully we'll do well on that. Cheer me up a bit. Oh, why have you bet into me? So you called off the big blind and then bet out into two opponents. Nice. Dun, dun, dun. I'm starting to feel like I'm a bit affected by that hand, where we just got knocked clean out of that tournament. Nobody's perfect, especially not me, when it comes to continually losing to rubbish. I can't even think of how many things have already happened in just this recording here. And I think, oh, I think our beautiful one was our Queen versus King queen and the board peels off 4 jacks to give him the better kicker and the better high card on the jacks. That was quite an impressive one. And I'm just trying to get in cheap here in the lower stages with hands that can bust my opponents, because these noobs aren't scared of nothing. God, it keeps giving me these troublesome hands lately. It's giving me hands I don't particularly want to play, but I don't particularly want to fold. Painful times, painful times. You know what, let's be really pathetic and limp it. King high's good. Oh, is it? Oh no, of course. Full house board. It's awkward. I definitely noticed that board was a full house board. Oh wow, look at that, that's a hell of a flop. This guy, I've seen him 43 hands down, he's played 2%. Something tells me we ain't gonna get anything out of him. I mean, I can't check here. I mean, it's just too many scare cards that can come on the turn of the river. It's a very scary board. You think he got him for free? It could have been absolutely anything he was holding there. So there's a 2-6-3. I mean, if he's just holding a 4 and I let a 5-4, and there's, you know, or any heart, 2 hearts could peel. There's loads of different things that could really affect that hand, and I just wouldn't know what to do. So best to just bet at least a teeny amount and make him call, than risk letting him get there for free. And we're just calling here, hoping to hit, and we can bust an opponent early on, but we're not going to do it now. Don't see a 3, give up. Looks like these two could be in a tangle, because this guy represented he had a strong hand pre-flop. This guy's hit something big, I think. I think Lynx is going to bust big bang here. If Lynx goes all in here, a big bang will call, I think. Ooh. Nope. He was just betting up Jack 7. This is what I mean. They just give you their money. I mean, I just don't understand how crazy that is. Just, I wouldn't even know what notes to put on that. 3 barrel. Shack 7. Middle pair. 7. I mean, that's more just that it will jog my memory and I'll remember who he is than actually understanding the note. That's just my point exactly about what I said about these players in AAA. They just seem to, I just don't think they've ever played before. I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be that they've been given that free £10 or however many pounds it is, and they're just joining expensive tournaments and they don't know what they're doing. But yeah, that's just silly play there. Big Bang just called down with Ace King and just made a load, and he's set to win the tournament now. I mean, I'd love to get given chips like that, and it does happen quite a lot. I just won that there. Anyone with a heart would have beaten me, and I think I just won it with a straight. It's quite amusing. Oh, looks like Freak Show is still complaining. If only he knew what really running bad meant. I mean, I think that the main factors with me is that with a lot of people, when you're running bad, you just start to play less well. That's what really screws you over. And I've been trying to learn cash games lately, and you know, you're playing, you grind all that time, and then you go and throw it all away, and you just feel like you're such an idiot at the end of it. And it's not that you've lost the money with me. With me, it's not what that I've lost money. It's just like, oh well, you know, that's money. Money is money. But what really annoys me is when I've like let myself down. Like I've just spent all that time telling myself that I won't play like an idiot, and then I go and play like a complete and utter idiot. It's just not good. It's just like, oh, you feel completely drained the next day. You wake up and think, well, why did I do that? But you go to bed thinking about that. But really, all this game is you know, you just got to play your best and just hope the cards will fall nicely, and eventually they will. There's no question about it. Eventually they will, and it will take a long time, but you just got to stick to it. I mean, you're not going to become a millionaire overnight. Like, you know, if you want that, enter the Euro Millions or something like that. Enter the lottery, because poker's not for you. I wish I got walks, that'd be great. I wish I could get walks like that. Ace 5, no good. So really we're not really paying attention to the sit and go that we're in, we're just really waiting for a big hand. And then we'll hit that and then we'll go for it. Okay, we'll enter this one. It's not a turbo. I really do hate the turbos on 888. I just, you know, it's bad enough that I keep running bad. I don't need to win every pot if I'm in a regular pace tournament. There we go. I do like rebuys. I mean, I like it when people are idiots and they just give you their money, and they seem to do it more in rebuys. I think it's just because they think, yeah, I'll just buy back in. I'm just getting a few messages through at the moment. Yeah, the other day I watched a documentary called The Secret, and it was recommended to me by a person I've met through this poker channel. Actually, you should check him out. It's TBG Flash. You should check him out. I think I've subscribed to him, so you should be able to find him quite easily. Yeah, he makes some quite good poker videos. He also does quite a lot of vlogging, so you should check him out. And that video really did, well, the movie really did change the way I'm thinking about life in quite a lot of ways. It just makes you think, like, you know, it basically is all philosophical and it comes up with a lot of stuff, but some of it really did hit home with me, and it's basically about having a positive frame of mind, and that if you don't have a positive frame of mind, only bad things are going to keep happening to you. And it's, you know, it's kind of realistic. I mean, some people are just, you've always got friends that always complain about having an injury, and next thing you know they've got another injury, and it's just basically that it's just, you know, kind of says that if you keep thinking bad, then you're just going to keep getting bad, and unless you get over that, you're always going to be stuck there. So I relate that to poker. If like you continue to think, oh, I'm going to run bad, I'm going to run bad, I'm going to lose, then you are going to run bad, you are going to lose. You need to just get over it and just appreciate that you're not going to run bad forever. Bad things are going to happen sometimes, and then it won't happen again. Oh dear. But yeah, I really do wish this cold I have right now would go away, because I think that, as I've said before in previous videos, everything affects your mood, from how you're doing to how you feel genuinely. And I'm feeling quite ill at the moment, and it probably isn't helping me. Alright, so we're getting robbed, quite simply robbed from there on the small blind, big blind battle. but I could not be in the mood to jam all in there. I mean, this is another tournament that I seem to never do well in. It's just those sort of tournaments you enter every time and you think, yeah, I'll get it this time. And next thing you know, El Busto. But this is a very nice prize pool for 8 poker tournament. This is a very nice prize pool, and I'd love to take it down one day. And one day I will. Hopefully it will be tonight. Yeah, I think the main stress I've been having lately is just simply because I don't have a job and I've just been trying to make money through poker, and you know, poker is very long term. You can't just open up the site and expect to win a huge amount of money like that. Hey presto. But give it some time and we will get there. Might as well take this pot, he seems to not want it. Ah, lovely. And it might be that I just stop entering multi-table tournaments and I just play sit and goes and try and build my bankroll nicely in those, because you certainly seem very profitable on 888. You already can see the big bang in that case. These guys, the other 3 guys seem very, you know, pretty standard play, which is quite worrying because I was hoping there'll be more than one idiot in the table. Well, one's already been knocked out. I don't know what happened there, but I'm not too worried. Doesn't matter now. He's gone. The payout structure is quite strange on them though, as in that they pay 3 players out of 6, which is quite interesting because it creates this, you know, quite a different dynamic compared to what usually happens in 6 matches. Usually it gets down to 3, and then it's like, oh crap, oh god, oh no, and you're worried that you're not going to cash and all of this. But here, like, it's quite easy to glide into 3rd place, and then, you know, you can sort of loosen up a bit because you're like, yeah, you know, I've broken even / made $1. I don't really need to worry about anything now, and it's just quite interesting because some people just go a bit too crazy, and you can just sort of exploit that and just. I seem to be the last 2 I've cashed in. I've skirted my way, sort of thing, into about 2nd place, and I've just, you know, that's just money. I mean, the guy was already miles ahead of me, and I just prayed I'd be able to catch a break in heads up, and I couldn't. And oh, we raised, and the worst card has fallen that could possibly fall on the flop. But the rule of kings is that the board must have an ace. So who's any bet? 100 letters, and now I'm expecting 200 letters. This is pretty sick. But I think we have to just call and just pray he hasn't got it. If the bet gets any bigger, we gotta fold. Oh, 100, 200, 300. You are a sick human being, sir. Oh, we got ace 8, we got ace 10, ace 4, of course. Oh god, I sometimes hate this game. But that's just exhibit A right there. I mean, gets raised, calls it with ace 4. I mean, who in their right mind makes these calls? It's just funny. Sometimes you just gotta laugh it off. But there'll be a king on this board. Oh, ace and jeez, it's a hell of a hit. It's always quite strange to think about how hard we hit that board. So you'll wonder what other people have. I mean, this person limp. They all limp. We were all limpers, and I just checked the big blind. So really, we have no idea where we all are. I've got an ace. The jack makes me a straight. Playing very tight on this tournament now on William Hill. Just hoping to pick something up. Don't see how we're good here. I mean, they like to throw it in bad. They could easily be doing that. I think we just take a gamble. Maybe one of them's got a flush draw. That's what I'm hoping for here. Oh no, one of them's already got the straight. That was a terrible decision from me. Now I have to decide if I want to keep playing. And we're going to rebuy once more, and after that, if we lose again, we're done. Just it. I just don't think I'm playing well lately. I just think that bad beats have been getting to me, and it's just made me play terribly. I think I'm just meant to fold it all the time. I just don't seem to be able to find the folds lately. Deary me. How are we doing here? How many players left? 132, absolutely loads. It's also quite sick on that AA tournament. We were 6 places away from cashing. So if we had played just a little bit tighter, we'd have made it. But I think we just picked up ace king. He picked up ace jack. He beat us. Picked up ace king. He had queen queen. He beat us. It's just how it goes. I think that's just all these things add up, and then I just make mistakes like I just did there with the ace 10. I mean, I just don't think I should be calling them. Quite a lot of you probably watched that screaming at me to fold, and I just couldn't find it. Looks like we're picking them up in the Singo. Hopefully we'll build a nice pot over here. Just have king 10 one time. Don't have king 10 one time. Oh dear God. If you bet, I will hate you. Please. Oh my God. He could have floated. I mean, we bet the flop. He could not have believed us, and then he bets the turn. Yeah, that's exactly what just happened. So we were good all the way. I mean, it seems that people seem to do that a lot more since playing loads of hands in cash games. People seem to float. By that I mean they call with position in the hope to steal on the latest street. So he called us here on this 10 tree 9 board, believing we didn't hit it. We then checked at him, so then he believed we hadn't hit it. Then he bets, and we call him. It's almost like a new way of playing any top pair hand. You could quite easily justify you should bet the flop, and it looks like a C bet, and they'll call you. And then you should check the turn, because then they'll, for some weird reason, lower level players then think, that's it, you don't have top pair, because you'd bet the turn. And it's quite an interesting way of playing hands. It seems to work quite well. So that's a beautiful flop for us. So obviously we can't bet out here because it'd be too obvious what we have. We just have to hope that they keep betting into us and we can keep calling. But doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Right, okay, that's good. So hopefully he doesn't have a better kicker jack, because that would be sickness with a cherry on top. Call here. Pray they keep going. Pray they keep betting. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So we're going to have to try and squeeze as much as we can out of this. I think it'll be... Oh, we're going to call. Wowza. Go for a steal here with that. Or the 8 queen. I wonder what they had there. So we picked up a very nice little mad chips there from just checking off of our big blind. And yep, they had an ace, so we managed to get a fair amount of chips out of that on the river. What are the averages now? The average is 25,000, so we're slipping beneath it, but I think we're fine at the moment. I mean, we're in a money position, so can't see where we are, but our position is 53, so there we are. 124 remain, and they must be fairly short stacked. Yeah, they're very short stacked. The yellow colours are the people that are still in the tournament but aren't in a money paid position. If that makes sense. So hopefully we'll just cash in this William Hill tournament and then progress onwards. But obviously the bubble players, we want to be trying to accumulate a lot of chips, but we have a stack that we don't really want to be getting tangled in with anyone with. So yeah, this is the interesting dynamic I was talking about when it comes to the 6 maxes. Like, usually this would not be a stage that's one that would mean anything, but at the moment, like, you're instantly in the money if you get 3rd position, so it's quite interesting what happens. And the blinds are still quite low, so it's just quite interesting that, whereas usually it's a bit hit and miss with 6 maxes, you're sort of like jamming quite a lot with marginal hands, whereas you don't need to do that when you're in this new format. So here we go, Big Bang's making a steal attempt. I think we'll only flat call. That board's not likely to have hit anyone. Get the feeling this guy's a lot better than I gave him credit for. Could go for a bluff here, and I'm quite tempted to do it. Yeah, let's get our hands dirty. Hopefully that'll be it and he'll fold. If he's just overextended himself, we'll win this pot. Otherwise we'll have to fold. Oh dear, he's min clicked it back to us again. That's unbelievable. What a shocker of a move by him. She has got nothing. That's just really, really well played. There's nothing we can do there. He probably had an 8 king and he's just hit the ball. There's nothing we can do. We've not got too much to worry about. That bluff there was risky, but at the same time it would have really given us a really strong position against the players that remain. I mean, we've got the same sort of size stack as this guy. I'm not too worried about losing those small amount of chips. The risk was worth it. Lose about 400 to win a huge amount in comparison. I think it's the right player. I'm quite happy with how it happened. What I did. And here we are. I'm going to bet here actually because it could make them fold. It will also get us a cheaper look at the flush card. I mean, there we go. That's 100 to win 300. That's really, really good. And this guy really does seem like he wants to rule the table. This could be very good for us because eventually these guys could get bored of it and jam all in. It does definitely mean that that guy knows what he's doing. Excuse me. Lovely jubbly. Yeah, people are just going nuts now and jamming this tournament. Must be getting close now to paid positions. 120 left, 90 get paid. Here he goes again, 3 betting, so this could be a big pot for ring here. This guy's almost all in compared to the pot. It's just... oh god, what is going on with William Hill? Oh dear, why have I been kicked out of William Hill? What is going on? I think the software's just crashed. That's one bad thing about William Hill, they definitely seem to have a lot of problems with their software. Jesus, I mean, imagine you were all in for a huge amount of money and then that happened to you. You get dealt aces and the bloody client shuts down. Alright, all is well, we got back in. I don't think we missed any hands. We get to come back and have a lovely marginal hand. I mean, what could be more fun? I guess that made the decision easy. 4x from some guy. Gets the job done. I think this is the point where, you know, you can either choose to be aggressive or not be aggressive, and I'm taking the non-aggressive route, hoping we'll pick a hand up. I'm just going to bet here this guy's playing way too many hands. He's clearly an over-aggressive piece of work. Oh wow. Done it again, mate. I'm gonna bet 'cause I've got to protect myself. Oh wow, Enio. He's just one of them players that just hits it all. Oh god, here we go again. I'm just gonna go all in. Hope this guy doesn't beat me. Please don't beat me. Please just fold. Please, 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 please. Or just call me with crap and let me beat you. That's good. That's when you know you're running bad, when you're scared that you're just going to get some bad beat. That's when you know you're not playing your best poker. And the reason I bet the 4-card flush is just that sometimes you can just make better hands fold. I mean, you could have made a king fold there. It's just, oh dear. I think it's got to that point where we're just playing bubble play, aren't we? This guy's just ruling the table, and we're all just dribbling at his feet. Just gonna jam all in here. Got king. I think he's gonna call me with much, that guy. And we need to be stealing the chips that we can. And the reason I followed the 4s was because I just don't think you don't want to be calling off when you think you're flipping. And I think that big bags of wide call is make HUD's calling him a calling station, so I don't really want to be jamming the 3s either. I'm going to slowly let him knock off this German player. Yeah, I think it's that person in second place, the one that's on our table, which is not great for us. 115 players left, and they're all very short-stacked. Not all, sorry, the players in jeopardy of missing the bubble. Yeah, so that's the remaining players, the ones in yellow. Oh, I don't think we can let him get away with this again. I think he's just slowly trying to pound the table. I think we're going to have to go with it this time. Oh wow, he finally has a hand. Would you believe it? Hopefully we can tie, but... Oh wow, we got lucky there. Yeah, count your blessings. We just got lucky for a change. That needs to be remembered, that we finally got lucky. It's interesting. So he jammed when he had a good hand. I'm at a loss. I just don't understand that guy. He's beyond me. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop playing the nit now. Hopefully this guy isn't on a vendetta to kill me. Hopefully he'll fold. Oh, I don't think he likes us very much. Ace 2. You're going to get your own back today, pal. We've doubled. Thank you for your chips. Sorry for tying with you, but yeah, it happens. So now we're in a really good position to turn this around, come second, come first. That's what we're looking to do now. Meanwhile, we're just playing like a complete nit on that other table. Don't really want to double him up cheaply, so I'm just going to let this one go. Seeing as he has played really tight, that guy has. No point doubling him up, just after we've managed to get some chips rolling. What we'd really like is to be able to hit Wraith, because Wraith, oh there we go. I want to be able to punish Wraith really, because he's got something to lose. We do with this guy getting lucky here. Just let this go. And now what's happened is exactly what we didn't want to happen. Steklov's got an easy double up. He's holding again, so now it's anyone's game really. Out of us three, who's going to make the money or not? Anyone's game. No Floyd's been playing very tight, hoping that one of us would go, and it's not happened, so... Anyone's game. 109 players left. It's just 19 people to go. Ooh, ace jack. Oh, Nitty Knit's playing. I think we should only limp. I think we can get away with a jam here. Only really good hands are going to call us, and hopefully he doesn't have one. Yep, there we go. No, but if he does call us, we're going to have a fairly... Oh, here we go again. Nice hand. I think we're just going to jam it again. I mean, we're just kind of looking to get through, and Big Bang likes to call with crap hands anyway. He didn't call us, which is good. We might just jam all in here. I think weaker hands can call. I kind of want the flush to call me here. It's, you know, they're clearly not getting the right odds. Wraith, who's been sat around waiting for us to go, is now realising the error of his ways. And we took that one down, which is nice. Nice. Probably was just set mining. Nice try, mate. This guy here. Look at these percentages: 64, 41, 36, 57. It's just completely crazy. This guy and me are just complete nits. Nits, as in don't play any hands whatsoever. And once again, doesn't it like this wants to end? He's doubled up. This guy just doubled up here. Missed the hand, but have a little look. Went all in with ace 9. It looks like, and called by 3s and hit a straight down the river. It's all yours, buddy. Seems to just love punishing me at the moment. Here's the add-on. Lovely jubbly. Get 600 there. Yeah, this is anyone's game here. He's called me with his 60%. He's a much tighter player at the bottom that's called me. This is quite awkward now. I think particularly want to go all in and get knocked out. Oh, this guy's a nutcase. I'm just golden over the top of that guy. Oh, 10's all in on both tables. Dun, dun, dun. 60% guys called me. Oh, that's unfortunately hit kings. I mean, this is just done. We've just got very lucky again. Count our blessings. Count our blessings. Looks like we are finally, as I said, the luck is turning in our favour for a change. That was very, very lucky from us. So sorry for that guy. Because you have to capitalise on these things when you get lucky like that. This looks like our ace high could be good. I don't understand why this guy only limped. Very strange play. There we go. Wow, we had the queen and he let us get there. Not betting enough on the turn. Very lucky again from us. I hate playing like this when you just get lucky. It just makes you feel like you're crap. Maybe I am playing crap, who knows, I don't think I am. What I know is that Big Bang's really starting to annoy me. He's playing well. That's a good play, very well played. I do like it when a big stack knows what he's doing, otherwise the table can just go on forever. Had a guy in another tournament where he just kept folding in the small blinds of this guy. He had about 500 chips, he just kept folding to him as if he was scared of something. Yeah, I may not make many videos, but I do give you a nice long video here, guys, so hopefully this will keep you occupied for a while whilst I'm being a slacker when it comes to making them. Maybe I'll start making them all together if you think I'm completely useless. I'm starting to feel like I'm completely useless and I can't help you guys. Let me know if you think otherwise. Oh god, this is really going on forever, this is. Alright, you know what, we're going to do something just different. We're actually going to raise a small amount, see what happens. That's lovely. Lovely. Also, recently started playing multiple tables of $2.50 180 mans, which is quite interesting to do. Like, it was like you could lose 11 of them, but if you got to the final table and just finished first, you would do really well. I might see if I can show you the graph for them. It was quite amusing what was happening in them. And I know that there's a lot of people that use this system, quite a lot of like sort of semi-professional pros used to use it to build their bankrolls. I have to say that if you have got the bankroll for it, you don't need that much money to be able to do them. But yeah, it can be really, really profitable. Let me show you the graph. I think it's quite an amusing one. Give me a second. Let's just yeah, here we are. So it's quite amusing. You sort of like losing, and then you go and win a load. Well, it looks like this table's finally coming to an end. He's almost flopped a flush, didn't hit it. He's a king, right? That's it then. Ray Floyd is out. Yeah, you sort of like lose, win, lose, win. It was quite interesting, except for here where I kept getting to final tables and then queens would lose to king 10, and all that malarkey. But yeah, it was quite interesting. So it was like only like $2.67 an hour, which is pretty freaking shocking. But you know, getting your rake from the little deals that PokerStars does and all of that. Yeah, it was just quite interesting. Like, it wasn't really boring or anything because you're on so many tables. And yeah, I have to recommend it. You should give it a try sometime. Oh wait, did he survive? He must have had a bit more. I'm very lost by what happened there. So, oh, he must have had more than him. I don't know why it said he was all in then. It's really strange. Looks like he's making a comeback there. Dramatic comeback. Or maybe not. Ace. No. Bye bye, mate. Well played. So yeah, now we've made $1. Yes, $1. But yeah. So now you just try and creep our way up that pay ladder, and we're gonna go all in straight away. And unfortunately, we didn't get any action. Just fold here. Hopefully that guy there won't go too crazy. I think this could play out like this for quite a while, but we are quite short stacked, me and Stekov. So we've got raise here. So this is the tournament we just got really lucky in with 10s against kings in. Rank 19, there's 425 left, so hopefully we can really get going in this tournament. So let me in for free for a change. Dangerous power back. Check over to you. Please bet, please bet. You always bet. When do you never bet a flop? Tell me a time. There you go, there's a good boy. And again we've hit a jack. Nothing like hitting a lovely little jack. Right, let's bet a strange amount. Maybe that'll work in our favour. Whoa. Oh. Looks like he's a balloon. Whoa. So this is an example of people float, but I think he might have the flush draw here, or some other kind of big draw. Because he is a fish, 65%. I think we're going to keep betting here. If he's got like better jack than us, then that's just it. We're going to lose these chips. It's one of the worst cards that could have fallen. I didn't believe it. I think bet again, otherwise he could bluff us off. So we'll bet one more time. If he goes all in, we got to fold. Yeah, we have to fold. Well, it was going well, wasn't it? Until this happened. I don't believe this. Oh, I've got to fold though. Maybe we should have just not bet them over and just save them chips, but I don't know. It's just no, we went all over the sevens and we apparently won that hand. He had ace jack, so yeah, we just want to flip. Nice. Oh dear, dear, dear. I'm quite frustrated about that. Frustration setting in. What are you doing to me, pal? Just don't believe he's got the ace here. Oh, I think we've hit big here. He didn't have anything. That was a really good all-in from us. Maybe slightly tilty, but I think we read it right. Get away, you check there. I mean, do you just have the jack? Can I try and get out of you? You've got a jack. So you've managed to make it up to second place at least now. It's really good. Wow, and we just got paid off loads. And they both had King Jack. Oh wow. I got thrown a tomato at me. They've put a new feature on the AA software. You can throw things at each other. He just threw a tomato at me. Clearly didn't realise that I got him for free on the big blind. If you're going to limp King Jack, you deserve to lose. Supposed to chip up quite a bit. We're definitely hitting nicely, but there's just some hands where we seem to be losing. You know, it's just a little bit. Ugh. Oh, really? Really though, buddy? Really? No, jammed like 3 or 4 times. I'll stick to my guns. I won't be a noob. Won't be that guy that just tilts his. Oh. Sorry to say, guys, that after this hand my computer sort of imploded on itself and completely crashed. But I did then continue recording, and that will be released in a part 2 video once I've redone the commentary on there, because it started to re-record and the commentary wasn't there, so unfortunately the next section of this video will not be live commentary. I'm sorry about that. So hopefully this video wasn't just me droning on and complaining and you took something out of this, so look forward to part 2. Thanks.